Scorpio is the most mysterious sign in the zodiac because Scorpionic people have layers. It can take years just to get to know them, and it can take decades to truly understand them to the point where you know them completely and you feel like you can articulate and explain what they are like. They're not forthcoming with their emotions, with their strategy. They play a game. Life is like a game. Life grooms Scorpio to be a natural poker player. So they don't show their hand, and they don't show their emotions, and they don't allow you to know when they're vulnerable or sweating. So therefore, it's not obvious what they're like. And they perform in life in such a way that is so subtle, it's so disarming that you wouldn't be alarmed that there is an ulterior motive. Scorpionic energy is designed to be undetected, so they're not easy to know, in the sense that they are so deeply psychological, so strategic and intuitive with who they let around them at that specific moment. Why do they let that person around them, and what purpose do they serve, and why are they there in their life? They control their surroundings. They seek to control their surroundings. So everybody who's there is there for a purpose and a reason. And unbeknownst to them, that is so. So therefore, not only do you have to know the Scorpionic person, but you have to be a chosen person to be around them for a long period of time. And that's the only way you're really going to be able to study them. To be able to do that, you have to be able to study a person from the background, and you have to be able to quietly do so. But in order for you to be able to consistently see enough, you have to be a chosen person to be there. And that means you have to have built the trust with them and been able to pass all the tests. The only thing that we can really do to observe Scorpio, to understand why they are the way that they are, is we have to look at the entire zodiac wheel, and we have to see what brought us here. Now, the first 6 zodiac signs were all about me, 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 me. It was the ego evolving with kind of a me-first oriented type of energy. So from Aries to Virgo, it's always looking at itself first, and then other people in association with itself. And then we entered into Libra. And instead of looking at ourselves first, we looked at them first. Then we strategized what would be smart to do with our own agenda in mind. So once the ego enters into Scorpio season, it assessed all the information that it gathered from Libra season. And what it sees is that we don't have enough information. In Libra season, we played the game very fair, but if there was a moment where we conflicted with people, we could not necessarily strategize to win and defeat that enemy because we didn't know their weaknesses. And people were playing the game in such a way where they had a smile on their face and a knife behind their back. So everybody was very fake. So now that we're in Scorpio, we have to assess who is actually our friend, who is actually loyal to us, and what are they And if they ever betrayed us, if they ever came against us, what are we going to do to still win and get what we want? Okay, so Scorpio thinks like this. Okay. The thing that Scorpio realizes is that the real power and knowledge is not the information that they want to tell you, the information that they're comfortable telling you. It's the information that they don't want you to know. That's the true source of power. This is what's going to tell you what their weaknesses are. This is what's going to tell you where you will have an advantage if they betray you. When you work with people, you have to be prepared for the worst and the best situation. So you cannot just strategize fair. You have to strategize if the person doesn't play fair. And this is the full picture. They look at the whole world backwards. So I always say, like, if you pay attention, Scorpio season is all about death. The point is to not be afraid of death. It's to conquer your fear of the unknown, so that now you can harness the energy subliminally, and now you can strategize. So the only way to really study Scorpio is to look at the clues that their season shows you. People born during Scorpio season are born in the middle of fall, at the heart of autumn. Halloween is during the season, and Halloween is all about transformation, and it's about harnessing energy as a power. For example, like, we become what we desire. We become what we fear. We become what we don't know. And we use that to feel powerful, to feel sexy, to feel interesting. Okay? People work out all fall just to show their sexuality, to wear their sexuality. That is also scorpionic energy, okay? To wield your sexuality as a power, to draw people to you because of suggesting, like, things, and and to be able to look at somebody and to call them to you without saying a word. That subliminal illusion that you can cast on a person to make them want you. Like, that is scorpionic power, and that's a part of the environment of Scorpio energy. So you can now understand why it is like it is. It's molded by the environment that they're in, and every time it's their birthday and everything comes full circle and they come to a great deep understanding of their life, this is always in the background, and this is always subliminally there in the subconscious, to see something so different that it's captivating, and it makes us wonder, and it fills our mind with mystery. And this is what fall kind of does. And the fact that Halloween is approaching, we think about the mysteries of life. We think about what we're afraid of. We study things that we don't understand, the psychological, the paranormal. We do this so that we can master our environment.